So, I was thinking to myself, as I usually do, because there's not much time I spend with friends on my downtime, how come we use specifically numbers to teach mathematics? Of course, that might sound like an odd question for people who don't really give a crap, but the thing is that with math, the purpose we teach mathematics is to teach people how to use logic to solve problems. But the thing is that we don't actually need to use numbers to use logic in real life. You know, if you drop an apple from your hand, it's gonna fall down. That's just kind of how the logic kind of goes, right? And if you push someone, they're going to fall down in the same way that if you push a domino, it's going to fall down. You know, it's logical, it makes sense in that kind of way. But I kind of realized that numbers are abstract and universally kind of known, whereas if most people, especially in America, like to use like cultural examples, like how many lightsabers, or you always references some kind of thing which you need to know what it is without getting like completely confused about, and then like having your brain rot trying to understand like I don't know how to really put it other than that everybody knows what numbers are and can be easily taught them, but I really wouldn't expect like the average boomer to know what Naruto is and then have them solve a logic problem about like if Naruto used his chakra to fucking do something, what are the logical consequences of that? Like I feel like they would be utterly confused and wouldn't even know how to answer that to begin with, right? Like that's what I'm trying to say. Unlike most other classes, especially fucking English, where you don't have to rely on every student having to read the same book because everybody has like analyzed and like written about Shakespeare to the point that you know when a student is bullshitting and whatnot, versus like having a teacher have to grade like if the students are just allowed to analyze whatever they want. You don't know if they're dishonest unless you go and watch or read or engage with every single thing every student does. And that teacher would be a cool ass guy if he did that, but that would be literally impossible for most people. Back in English class, right, I always struggled at it because I really couldn't understand the deeper themes or whatever the teacher is trying to say, because usually I just took it as like whatever is written on the page. But my teachers would always ask me, what about the themes and the context and like the little hidden feelings that are hidden within it that you should be able to grasp, because it's just about life. You can't be wrong, but I'll still give you a fucking F, fuckers. And like the thing is that, well, kids come from different fucking families. One person reads, like one, they're the same sentence. Mom hugs her son, and one person's just like, "Aw, his mom loves him." The abused child thinks, "All right, this motherfucker wants something from the child. There's something fucking going on. There's no reason why she'd ever be this kind unless she really needs something from me that's gonna be really fucking annoying to get." You everywhere in the world you go, there's no way you can like overthink or underthink 3 times 3. 3 times 3 equals 9, right? There's in the world where it equals 8, 10, or some entirely different number, unless you are in this very, very extreme situation where you've been completely misguided and completely fucked for years at a time without ever getting any correction whatsoever. Like, you are just that screwed. I don't even know if that even exists, that person exists, but like, for all practical intents and purposes, no matter where you go in the world, and for most of the world, 2 times 2 equals 4, 3 times 3 equals 9, 1 plus 2 equals 3, and the integral from a to a, regardless of the function, is always going to be 0. Numbers, for our purposes of like teaching, is effectively a very, very abstract embodiment of logic itself, and you can literally represent numbers with pure logic, which is why there's an entire like 100-page proof of how 1 plus 1 equals 2. You can literally make numbers from absolutely nothing and then build on from that infinitely. Like that, there's no way to like, you don't need any more context other than math itself. Meanwhile, the average English teacher, I remember back in fucking 3rd grade where this fucking fat ass bitch was interrogating me on like why I couldn't find the word that's scrumptious and fucking constantly interrogating me. She was a bitch, just like the rest of my fucking English teachers up until like high school, and even then it was just kind of I didn't really like care about the fucking subject that much anyway because I've already been fucked up. And honestly, and they were still kind of bitches too. So I gotta fucking say, fuck all the English teachers. Fuck them all. None of them are good people. They're all horrible people. They can all go burn in hell and die for all I could fucking care because none of them are good fucking people. And I will stand by that. I will die on this hill. Fuck them all. So what's the moral of this random side thought that I had? Well, for one, logic is perfectly self-containing. Meanwhile, English teachers will fucking annoy the fuck out of you for not being up to touch with their boring-ass high school Stacy movie on whatever symbolism crap that has. So, yeah, no, usually my thoughts go from this to, oh yeah, I remember why I fucking hate everybody in my goddamn childhood. And I don't fucking think I was ever wrong about that. And if you suck at math, you're probably a midwit. Anyways, like and subscribe, leave a comment with your thoughts, and blah blah blah, whatever. Have a good day, everybody.